Still doing this. Oh, you know what? Let me try the other. Now I do gotta. Sis, stay right there. I need you. I'm about to go get the other microphone because it's two that come with it. I'm gonna get the other one and see if the other one is it the microphone or is it the whatever the thing called. I just washed my bedding, so I gotta put that on my bed. It's in the basket right there. Hold on now. Let's see if this one, am I doing this right? Hold on. I can't tell which way is the top or the bottom of this box. Let's see if this microphone is still, tell me if this one is doing. I know I took the microphone off so you probably couldn't hear me. Tell me if this microphone does the same thing. Tell me if you can hear me, sis. Tell me if you can hear me. I hope you can. I hope it's the microphone and not the... Yep, it's the microphone. You know what I think I made a mistake and did when I sent them others back? I think this is the one that got in the water when I sent the others back. Because if you can hear me, yeah, I think this is a... Well, I guess I'll be sending another set back. I like them because they're inexpensive, and y'all say y'all can hear me clear when they're acting right. Oh, why am I putting this on this? Yeah, it's on the right one. Let me put the clip on here. I'm going to just reorder some. Because, y'all, these only like, I'm not trying to spend. People having these microphones, and they like 160. I mean, they're high price. Like, I guess if you making thousands and thousands of dollars a month on YouTube, it's worth it. I ain't. So we ain't doing that. We're trying to stay within budget and not be breaking the bank on something that's not definitely necessary. It's just that I move around a lot. Let's see if this gonna work, y'all. Let's go cut these and fix her thing because she loved this suit and I don't want to put it in a dryer and it tangle up and get more unraveled. So I'm going to cut it. We're gonna cut it and I'm gonna see if I can kind of burn the tips to make it not fray. I got some fray stuff for material, but I don't know if that is going to dry fast enough for me to try to put it here. Here go a lighter right here. Here go a lighter. I don't want my bacon to burn. Please don't let me. Okay, just a tad. Okay, hopefully it won't. Okay, hopefully it won't unravel on her. Stuff we have to do to figure it out, right? Okay. Woo. It's crazy because that means it's what's in this clothes? What's in these clothes? All right. So let me throw this in the dryer. I'm not gonna wash my clothes till later. Hold on. All right, let's throw this in here in the lint trap. All right. Thank you for letting me know, sis. Why smell like this bacon is done? Yeah, it's done. Just that fast. I just looked at it and it was still pink. Now it's, when I say this oven be cooking fast, they be cooking fast. I think on Sundays, if I do go live, I'm going to go later because a lot of people be going to church and be in church service. So they will miss. I got 3 little, when I eat these at 6 at a time. And so it's an odd number of just 3. And so I'm going to just throw them in the oven. Let me get these off of here. I want to share some stuff with y'all, but good Lord, I feel like I'd be under pressure as soon as that camera come on because it's like a million things going through my head and stuff that I want to do. And then I'm trying to carry the camera. That's why I like to have the microphone on because it's hard to move in talking to y'all, at least if y'all can hear me. You know what I'm saying? That's the good part. I like my bacon crunchy, but not real crunchy. Some of this is like still not, but whatever. We're gonna eat it like this. Cause it usually once it cool, it get even harder. And I do not want no hard bacon. So we're gonna take this off. And usually what I do is ball this up and put it, it's so hot, hold on. Where's my little bowl? Oh, it's one right there. Because I don't want this grease to be spilling everywhere, and I need to put those, woo! We're going to set it into this glass bowl that's in the sink, and then I'm going to put a piece here and just throw these little, that's definitely too high. Throw these little things on here. I'm drinking green tea, so I just want to get those out of the refrigerator, so I'm just going to throw these in the oven. Okay, that's that. Leave that bacon right there. Okay, so please, if you come in, thumbs up the video. Oh, please thumbs up the video. Yeah, I'm trying to work with my algorithm, and I'm noticing that it's really working out when it comes to Lord, hold on. See what I'm saying? It's working out when it comes to, Sissy, I hope you enjoy. I did. Oh my gosh, that's what I was gonna talk about. Y'all, I don't know if I put on a community post. I had did my little nails. They came out so cute. And I was gonna do the black with the pink. Let me show y'all. And I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I had my toes already and they nice and clean, ready for a fresh polish and all that. Listen, I have been embracing. When I say embracing, I have been embracing doing what I mentally feel I want to do or not. So here's the pink, the black. So sometimes I paint stuff because I'm like, oh, I think I might want to, hold on. I think I might want to do this, or I think I might want to do that, right? So I'll paint a color to have it ready. So the black is already in here ready. So I was going to do black. So these are colors that I've painted, and I'm like, don't know if I want them. So it was going to be a pretty black, and they're all in here, the whole 8, because it's usually 8 because I do the other 2 nails with the other color. So this was the pink. That was the pink, that glittery pink, and I was going to do all my other nails this, and then my toes was going to be this. So it's going to be those 2 colors for my birthday, right? And let me show you the bottle. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to do pink and black and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just excited. I'm like, okay, this was the color. This is a Dollar Tree color. And I think I showed that to y'all. But yeah, this is the Dollar Tree color. And did them. They were ready. Didn't even wear them. I didn't feel like it. I was like, and here's the thing. Like, just like I talked about on that short, since I'm in here, let me make my bed. Just like I talked to y'all in the short, I'm home. I'm home in my house. When you talking to me, when you're seeing me, I'm home. I was talking to somebody about that. I'm like, it irks me when people talk about what people wear when they're in their house. And I'm just like, I am not about to. Is it not fake? Unless I'm coming in from somewhere, or unless I'm coming in from somewhere, or I'm getting ready to leave out. I'll share with you my face, my eyebrows, and all that stuff. They're done. If I'm not doing that and I'm not going anywhere, I am not about to be getting on this camera to okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way because I don't have to keep taking y'all up and down. I'm not about to keep getting on this camera and every time y'all see me, I'm putting on a face of makeup. That's not reality for me. It's not, because I don't wear makeup like that. You know what I'm saying? And my makeup is literally mascara. I say mascara and eyebrows. And so with that being said, like, you want probably a hair wrap, a bonnet. Sometimes a hair wrap might be fancy. Sometimes they're not. a muumuu, a satin robe, or a terry cloth robe, or whatever. That's what you're going to get, because that's reality. You know, people are good for saying they love real, real, real. What does real mean? I thought that was genuine and authentic. So if I know that this is not something I normally do, and just because I'm cutting the camera on, oh, these lights is too bright. And why do I got them on so bright? Just because I'm cutting the camera on does not mean that I have to jazz myself up. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That brings me to my one of the things I put on the list. Like, I get it. I was talking to a friend of mine in Brooklyn yesterday, day before yesterday, and me and her was talking. I said, you know what's so funny? The crazy part about it is, like, when I was growing up and I would see like older women that, like, I'm saying, like, in my late teens into my 30s, I think pushing 40, I really start to see things a little bit different. I was like, oh, why she like that? Or why she, you know, where you would see women, somebody ask somebody something at church or something like that, and they'd be like, no, I can't. Or no, I'm not going to be able, or no. Like, it's just no. And I think I talked to y'all about this before when I told my therapist. I was like, no is my complete sentence. There's nothing else that we need to talk about. You get what I'm saying? No is the complete sentence, and you need to be able to embrace that. I'm talking like for those who come and just want to tap into you or utilize you or use you for whatever reason. And I realize, like, around holidays, my birthdays and stuff like that, I pay attention to how people move, right? And then I do things for a certain reason to see how people respond, or see if they're going to be open or say how they really feel. And I do it because God tells me to do certain things a certain way. You know, I can feel people energy, like when they do something, or if I do something and they don't get the response or get what it is that they want. I could feel the energy. You feeling some type of way, but open your mouth. You're a grown person. Say something, right? And so I'm learning that, but I'm also doing things a certain way to teach other people that too. Like, don't be just upset. Don't be feeling some type of way. That's your fault that you feel that way, because you didn't open your mouth. You didn't say anything. Puka, I'm going to need you to do me a big favor. I need you to go to Aldi's. I need some more lemons. I'm out of lemon. I just used the rest. And we out of vinegar for washing the clothes. No, it could be later on today. I got my tea and water, so go ahead, use the bathroom. I always catch her as soon as she goes to the bathroom. But anyway, so get out your feelings, and that's what I'm learning. Like, I am in control of me. I am in control of making sure people do a certain thing by me, right? And so many of us allow people to just do whatever they want, say whatever they want, and we accept it because they're family or friends or blood or whatever the case may be. And I'm not there. Like, don't call me if you want to hear what you want to hear. Don't ask for my advice if you want somebody to pacify you. Don't. None of that. You get what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I'm saying all this to say that, like, for me, like, and for you yourself, like, you're the most important person in your life. If someone comes into your life and they're not reciprocating the friendship or reciprocating something, and it's kind of based on, what do you call it? It's the word, it slipped my brain. Like, I'm only going to do this because I don't want you to do this, or I'm only going to do that because I don't want you to feel this way. No, not doing that. Not doing that. And I'm learning people in age, and I say age, y'all see me put up there. People are grown up, are growing older, but not grown up and not growing up. And I feel like as you grow up, it is a part of maturity and wisdom and standing your ground and setting boundaries and doing those things. And sometimes people in situations are going to teach you that. And if you don't like the feeling that you feel when you don't, then those should be the lessons to say, hey, I need to do better. I'm not about to let such and such or whoever do whatever and think that they can get away with it. You know what I mean? And guess what? Always remember, like, when I mentor women, I'm like, listen, even if it's talking about dating, men and women are not psychics. We are not psychics. So, and I talked about that before. I'm really contemplating. I got a lot going on. I got a lot of studying and stuff I got to do for this test, but I'm really contemplating the radio show and when I want to bring it back, because it used to be Sundays, because it's so much that's on my heart, and I enjoyed when I had that open platform to speak reality, the real life, be genuine and be that auntie or that big sister or someone that just inspires people to think differently, because that's my motto on my when I started the CPR Vibe way back in, what was it, 2019. That is what that was about. And when we were talking about all the things I've done in life, those are the two things that I wasn't able to put in there. Uh, Meditation mentor and sound healing practitioner are two things that I started doing. I was shipping meditation kits, teaching people how to meditate, ground themselves and all that. So those are all the things that are on hiatus currently, because the house was the biggest thing. This house was the biggest thing for me. Let's get some stability. Let's get this house going, because unfortunately life happens, and sometimes you want things to be a certain way or people to be a certain way, and they're just not. It's a lot of false people, people that are, they, what did they say? Wolves in sheep's clothing. And sometimes you have to just figure it out and come back from the decisions you chose to make, allowing yourself to communicate or not communicate, just build relationships with. Later on, you figure out the wrong person. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, stability and finding a home was the most important thing. I get up every day and I'm so grateful. For those of you who've never watched me and you're here for the first time, this house that you are seeing is a home that was basically sitting for several years and nobody wanted. I've been doing so many things in this house. I'm learning every day to implement things in the house that I know for sure that are going to bring me continuous joy, like continuous joy. And if you didn't see, my time is here, so this is what I will be laying on once I make the bed. If you didn't see my community post, please make sure you're looking at the community post, because I'll be posting a lot there. I think that I am going to go live and do a live Hoover carpet cleaning instead of doing an edited video. So keep an eye on community post, and I'll probably do it either on the weekend, probably next weekend, or either evening. I'll post and let y'all know ahead of time when I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do a live unboxing of that Hoover and clean that carpet. Now I feel like it needs it. I was eating some Rocky Road ice cream a couple weeks ago, and I spilled some, so it's a dark chocolate mark amongst other marks that I'm like, okay, because I felt like it didn't really need to be clean. But not only that, using that Arm & Hammer, it makes your carpet smell good. It does stuff for your carpet, but that stuff embeds in your carpet, and your carpet can look like it's been vacuumed, look like it's been cleaned. But once you vacuum it, you see all that Arm & Hammer stuff, and you ain't even putting them down. You ever seen that? You ain't putting them down recently, but for some reason you go to vacuum and all you getting is the Arm & Hammer stuff inside the vacuum. It's weird. It's like it sinks down in the crevices of the hold on, is that gonna stay? Come on. The crevices of the rug, and you got to really get in there to get it out. So we are going to put this sheet on. We ain't doing nothing fancy. We're going to put this sheet on. But yeah, I noticed that because I seen this older lady talking about how she can't stand the Arm & Hammer. She loves it, but she can't stand how after she used it one day, it's like it just keeps coming in her vacuum, like she's not getting it all out. She's definitely not getting it all out. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. I try not to put my sheet on the same way all the time, because I notice with these light sheets and me always oiling my body and stuff, I can see like darkness in certain areas, and I hate that. So I try not to put it on the same way, so that way it can, kind of rotate and not be where you can see this is where I always sleep, or, you know, from my body being oiled after a shower or whatever. Oh, I try not to stay in the same space all the time. Y'all still here? Okay. So, as you can see in the thumbnail, Mr. Ron came over and he put in my new faucet, y'all. He came over the night before last and put in my new faucet. I'm so grateful for my neighbors. So grateful for them. Ooh. This is the I'm getting back in this bed later and we ain't going nowhere. So I'm about to break this down. This is an old blanket. I don't know what I don't remember exactly what this was. I just know I had it for so long and I got a big piece and a little piece that I've cut and I utilize for when Tom is here. And I just put it on the bed just like this. I had some, if you're in the medical industry, well, you don't even have to work in it to know what it is. What are those things called that they put under the patients? They put under the patients to make sure they're not getting the mattress in the hospital wet. The blue things. I can't think of it right now. This is still kind of damp, so we're going to leave that like that and let the fan do what it do with it. But yeah, what's those things called, y'all? Oh, I had some. I gave one to Naya, Rizzy, and then I had me one, and I had an extra one. I have no clue. So that's the bed makeup. I have no clue what happened to them. I know for sure I didn't give them away. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I keep wanting to say tucks, but they're not tucks. They're I can't think of it. Let's see if this bacon is done. Let's see if this bacon is done. And I'm gonna show y'all a sneak peek of the new faucet. So see, I set it in here so it's cool. So now I'm gonna take it and throw it in the trash. All right. So for the one person that's here, because let's see. Are these done? They look like they're already done. Not yet. One side is kind of crisp. I like my French toast sticks kind of crispy. So who's here? Who's the one person here? Is that you, sis? Who's here? Let me see if anybody's here. If not, I'll probably do this in another one because I do got stuff to do. So once that dry, her clothes, fold those. Let me see. I'm gonna check that in just a minute. It feels so good to have everything back in order. Look at my new baby that I got. One of my birthday gifts. I got a lot of stuff from my baby girl, and I'm watching. See, now when I start moving, I don't be wanting all this. Who's in here? Okay, hold on. Okay, well, my sissy in here, so I'm gonna show my sissy. Hold on. Okay, so Mr. Ron came, and this is did I put in the bag? This is the other faucet, y'all. Remember I told y'all it was leaking and stuff? Like, I'm talking annoying. This is stuff I'm doing like yard sale and stuff with. So I'm saying annoying, y'all. This was it. I bagged it up. It is all crunchy. Meaning like the bottom. This is what y'all couldn't see. This is the many times I put Flex Seal underneath it trying to get it. It's hard trying to get it to seal those leaks because I love the faucet. But then after a while, it started leaking around here. Had to get rid of it. Very heavy, very heavy. I didn't take all these off, and I know these can be used, so I put in the bag for when I'm mentally ready to pull those apart and probably put them on Facebook Marketplace. The new one came with a soap dispenser, and I like the soap dispenser I got. Let me show y'all this one. So I was like, I'm going to keep the one I got. Even though they're a little bit different. So this one came with because it's supposed to go on the counter and it came with the whole thing. So I'm going to, with this goes under the sink. And then this is the part that, I don't like these. I don't like these. I think it's just unnecessary. If you seal it right and put it in the counter right, you shouldn't have to use that big old piece. Okay, so that's the old one. It was leaking. So yeah, it was leaking. So now I have this one. Okay, that's off. We're gonna cut that off. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. Look at what this one does. Okay, I'm still gonna do shorts on this. All right, so it goes like this, right? Look at this, y'all. Y'all see that? Do you see that, Sissy? Let me flip you around. You see that? It automatically does this, right? And then look. Tell me that's not cute. Tell me that's not cute. Tell me that's not cute. And the crazy part is it wasn't as expensive as the one that I just got. It was like half the price. I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you see what I mean? This is square because it mimicked the other one. But I think it looks fine. Don't you think I should just keep that, Sissy? Don't you think I should just leave it? I like it. I think the square is still fine. This is my garbage disposal button. So I don't have a regular garbage disposal. See, my garbage disposal is in my sink. I had that custom put there. I wanted that button. I didn't want nothing on the side of the wall. But look at that. And as you turn it, it automatically. And then this sprays. And it moves. Oh, hold on. It still moves, y'all. Like it still moves, just so you know. So this is the new one. And it's, hot, cold. And it's really smooth. But guess what? The reason why I ended up getting that, because I didn't want to, because I'm like, I wanted to be different. Because look, y'all, remember these? Remember these? These are baby ones. They're the same way. We never use the waterfall in here, but it's the same way. They're just miniature for the bathroom sink. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with those. I don't know. I think something happened probably in packaging or something where the frame of that one cracked and it just kept, I'm talking about, listen, y'all, the water was spraying. When I would cut that other one on fast, it would spray water all back here. So I'm always wiping water. When I say I couldn't stand it, I'll say, so this is the side profile of it. So y'all can see it. Yep. And that's it. Just real nice, clean. You can keep it this way or you can keep it that way. It's up to you. But yes, Mr. Ron came and it's just crazy because when I told him about it, he was like, yeah, definitely. I know how to change. He was like, I said, Mr. Ron, do you know how to change a faucet? He said, yeah, right. And then he was like, but it'll be a couple days. Hold on. He was like, it'll be a couple days because his back was hurting. And I'm like, oh no, it's no problem. Get your rest. Make sure you take care of yourself first. It is not no rush. I can definitely wait. Then all of a sudden, not yesterday, but was it yesterday? The day before yesterday, I'm sitting there chilling. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to relax and just chill. And he texted me and was like, I think I had just got back in. I think we just got back in from whatever. And he was like, hey, you up for me to do it this evening? I'm not going to say no. Like, yeah, I'm going to make myself available. So he came. I will be doing a video on that in a short. Hold on. So he came and put it in. Didn't take long at all, y'all. So that was a blessing. And I was like, what's my damage? And he was like, hold on. I was like, what's my damage, Mr. Ron? Let me tell you, when you got integrity and you do right, I'm telling you, I hate to say this, but your lifestyle and the struggles you have to go through have a lot to do with what people don't see that you do. Have a lot to do with people don't see that you do. And then the things that when you see people that God seems to just like be, I don't know, I can't explain it, I don't want to say it, but just when I keep saying integrity is serious, like when God say he gonna bless you in the midst of your enemies and do things outright. He says that because it's equating to you being humble, stay in the race, and not, even when you're weary and well doing, you still do right. You still do right. And I've done that, right? It literally is serious when, and most people don't want to hear this because people are struggling for one, and people are going through. But you got to realize, you love it, sissy. Thank you so much. Thank you. DNA mindset matters. I know you're not here anymore, but anyways, hello. If you do come back, but yeah, so I'm still gonna say this regardless because I know people are gonna come back and watch this. But what I mean is that, like, you cannot just go and be doing wrong and doing people wrong and doing things and people don't see it and you think that you're getting away with it. When I said this for years, I'm talking about when I first started on YouTube, like, stop acting like God is not watching. The universe, whatever you believe in, stop acting like that entity that's more powerful than you is not watching. Okay. And stop thinking that, and then I say this to influencers, like it or not, stop thinking that karma is only you to a person. You do a person wrong and then the person do you wrong and they get you back, or karma comes back to you. No, just like what's going on in the world. Like, it's sad, it's unfortunate, it's crazy, but you can't just keep putting evil out and keep doing evil to people, a person, to any entity or whatever, and think that it's not going to come back to you. Okay, God, you could speak God and say you go to church every Sunday, say you do this, say all these things, but at the end of the day, your actions, what you do, how you move, the things you don't do that nobody sees but God sees. I pride myself. I don't care. Anybody could be a fly on the wall with my actions, the way I talk, the way I am, all of that. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, y'all keep forgetting that your blessings come from the things that you do not share with everyone, from the things that only God sees, or whatever entity you believe in sees. It's only one God, but I'm saying whatever your religion is, that only God sees. And sometimes people can't understand certain things, and they don't understand certain things because you only see, you don't even see a percentage of what I give. And all influencers, they only give you just a dab of percentage. You get what I'm saying? So they showing you this luxurious life, this fancy life, this life, this life, and they doing this, buying this, doing that. Their job is to influence you. Their job is to make you buy something. And a lot of y'all feel good. It gives you a good feeling. And I posted that because I couldn't sleep last night. It was real heavy on me. I found out some information, and I'm just like, the more people just keep buying, getting. Yeah, it feels good when you get the package and you feel happy and everything. And then it's over with. Think about when you wanted that car. If you got a car that you're currently paying on and you wish you didn't never get it, think about when you wanted that house. You got a house that you wanted so bad because some people's validation is tied up in things and people out and things outside of them. Now you got this house and you got this big old payment. Or you're struggling and you go rent a house or a home that's way out of your means because you have not learned to handle your money well. It's way out of your means. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you need a studio. Maybe you need to downsize it. Maybe you need to do that. And then you don't realize that none of that is going to make you happy. And if you learn to have that I don't care spirit, I don't care what y'all think about me. I don't care what you think, what you feel, what you say. You know what I'm saying? Because some people may come and to them it's like, oh, this person got this and this person got that. Listen, I am a budget girl. I am a frugal girl. About 90% of the stuff in this house is thrifted or created by me. You feel what I'm saying? I am not with being influenced to buy unnecessary stuff. You get what I mean? I'm not in the business of influencing anybody to buy unnecessary stuff. People are struggling. I'm watching a documentary now, people in their 80s. I'm talking about this one guy, 87, this other lady, 84, and they are Ubering. Well, he went to substitute teaching and she's Ubering. The other lady says she does Uber. Two Caucasian ladies, a black man, and I think it's a Mexican dude or something like that. Anyways, it's several older people, and they were talking about how the way life is, they wish that they did things different. And you have people like myself telling you, hey, get what you can afford. Get, like I keep telling people, when I bought this space, it was heavy on me because I'm like, God, why is you telling me that this is it? Like, this is it, God? Like, and I'm looking at it and I couldn't see the end of this. I couldn't see my home looking like it looked right now when all I'm seeing is mold and leaks and I can see through the ceiling. Y'all don't understand. Like, I'm seeing those things. You have to believe, you have to have a vision, you have to understand. Sometimes it's going to be a sacrifice. Sissy, you know, and a lot of y'all know, I slept on an air mattress for 18 months, going through people getting over on me, going through people, trying to take advantage of me, stealing some of my stuff, the stuff I bought, because when I knew I wanted this house, I knew what I wanted already in the house. I knew what I wanted to look like. So I was bargain shopping from eBay to Facebook Marketplace to Amazon to all the things, garage sales. I wanted to look like this. I want to get this. I want to find it for a budget. I don't like to spend a whole bunch of money. The key thing is, I keep forgetting the thing is Amazon. The thing is, right, you could still have quality, but it's going to take more time to find it versus somebody like, oh, I like that, just get it. No, I'm not that person. Oh, I like that. That's real porcelain. Like, even with my sinks, that people love the sinks. I'm like, girl, I ain't pay that much for them things. You feel what I'm saying? But they real heavy porcelain. But when I seen them the first time, I'm not about to be paying no $700-800 for one sink. I'm not doing that. But let me see how it's like when you put something out there and I'm like, God, okay, this is what I want. I really like this, because those other ones, I'm not trying to buy no sinks no time soon. When I put those other sinks in and they corroded from the hard water, that's what made me get the filtration system that didn't cost much, like less than $100 for a full whole house filtration system. Had somebody put it in for less than like $100 and some dollars. So I had to remove them, but it made me feel some type of way, because when I buy something, when I do something, I do it because I like it, not because it's trendy. You're going to hear me say that over and over. Stop getting things because it's trendy. Everybody's house want to be all cream, all white, and all this and all, and aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing is what's to you, what's to your eye, what pleases your eye. You might be of Caribbean descent. You might love more color. You might be of Asian descent. You might love, you get what I'm saying? Do what you like. And guess what? I noticed that people that really do that, their stuff don't just keep changing. It don't just keep changing. It doesn't keep changing. And you will hear me continue to say that. Learn what your style is. Learn what you like. A lot of this stuff, I just moved it in around. This sofa. I bought this sofa, what was it, 2018? Yeah, 2018 in my old house in New York. Like, it went for me from one state, then left the state, then I'm in a new place. Like, for what? 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, for what? It's fine. Stop replacing something that's not broke. Stop trying to keep up with whoever these Joneses is. They don't care nothing about you, and they trying to get the next best thing, and you probably can't afford it. Stop trying to keep up with people. Stop trying to keep up with people. We really need to hone in on self. What is it that makes you feel comfortable? Wouldn't it be knowing that you're not in a bind all the time? You always don't need help. You always trying to figure out what to do from one paycheck to the next paycheck. You all, like, it's always something. Sorry, you may not want to hear this, but this is for some people's. And I was even telling myself, even though you have it too, like, for instance, I'm gonna say what I mean by have it. Let's say you got $200 in your bank account. Okay. And you see something for $60. Do you really have it? Do you really have it? This is what do I really have it mean. If you have a vehicle, anything can happen. If you get what I'm saying? Like, do you have something set aside just in case? Just in case. Don't just look at what you currently have. Try to make that. And that's why I'm so frugal. That's why I do the things I do. That's why I have no problem with being honest when I'm looking for something, when I want something. Guess what? A person can only tell you one or two things, yes or no. They cannot take your life. They cannot do any harm to you. Some people don't want to hear no. Just like I said, when some people call and they're going through something, and the something you're going through is because you keep making the wrong decisions to keep trying to validate yourself because you want to uphold or keep this certain standard that people see you as, I could care less what anybody think about me. And it feels good. It feels good. For one, because I owe nobody nothing. And for two, because I'm doing what resonates with my soul, my spirit, what makes me feel good. And that's what I was thinking, like, for my birthday, I was like, oh, this feels so amazing. I don't want the nails on. I like them. And when I get in my girly mode, it's times that I want to, put them on, but I'm always doing something around this house. And so it's like, oh, no, I don't mess them up. You know what I mean? And like even my natural toes, my natural toes are really cute. And I'm like, nope, I'm not putting no polish on for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put no polish on them for a little bit. Maybe, a couple weeks. I might go to the end of this month. I don't know. I might change my mind. I don't know. But guess what? I have that option. Why? Because I do them myself. I'm not going to nobody's salon because I'm not giving them my money. You know who them are. I'm not giving them my money. They don't really like us anyways, right? So you're going to go sit down and get your nails done and your feet done. I would rather you go get some cute press-ons. Go buy some cute press-ons from some melanated company who designs cute press-ons. Even me, I will ship you some. I do that. I do that as well. And they don't cost much. I'm talking about if you like a certain color, you want to look a certain type of way, nothing. Pay the shipping and less than $4 or $5. You get what I'm saying? Literally, I really don't care because it's just that inexpensive. It's just that inexpensive. Get the tools and utensils and do them yourself. Like when I see people, like my baby girl, she got her thing. She got a little job. She ain't got no responsibility. She young, so I let her do what she do. But as she get older, I want her to embrace this is a time where you're free to do those things. But it comes a time when, and she's already into her retirement. Like I've been putting money away. Okay. So she's already saving for retirement. And that was something that a lot of those 80-something-year-olds was like, please start early. Like start your retirement early. Start it early. And a lot of people don't know that. But that's something I do as well, is teaching how we can do that and prepare for grandkids to come. They don't even have to be here, y'all. You could prepare. And then when they come and get a certain age, you assign them to it. Like it's so many ways when you are not raised or grow up with a silver spoon or raised to have certain wealth and necessities in your life. It should be something that's a learning lesson, but look at it now. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Sissy. You can be preparing for the future. And that's my thing. Like, even if my kids do or don't agree with some things I say, or they don't like some things I say, they have to figure it out and learn life on their own. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be prepared with the wisdom that I need to have. If in the future they ever get married and have children, I'll be prepared as a grandma. And that's why I say, like, at the end of this, I'm almost done, y'all. I do this so that way they can, at the end of all my books, I do that so that they can look back and see where I had struggles spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and understand me. But then they'll see the growth and the evolution of me. You get what I mean? Because I feel like I don't want to talk to you if you don't know nothing about nothing I've been through, or you don't know anything about where I'm trying to go. I don't really want to talk to you. You can't do nothing for me. And remember this, regardless of if you've been on a job for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or whatever, you're still replaceable. Okay, you're always going to be replaceable to a job. That's for one. For two, if you don't have any type of protection on you and you are a grandmother or a mom or somebody with loved ones, don't leave that burden on them if something happens to you. God forbid, knock on wood, nothing happens to any of us like that, and we naturally go where we should. But don't leave that burden on them. A lot of jobs are not even trying to release what they need to release when something happens. I've seen it. And it's so sad. You have to be in a position where you realize and you look at your current state and you say, hey, this is not serving me. I'm not really feeling this. I'm not really happy, right? Because that's the current basis surface emotion that you can think of. But if you choose joy, which is something, joy don't mean you happy go lucky, because those are two different things. It's something inside that gives you the unction to be grateful, be thankful, and find the things that can make you smile, even in the midst of the things that you don't even want to be bothered with, or you just don't want to deal with at that current moment. You gotta find joy. You gotta find joy with the way life is, the way things go. especially when you're working and trying to provide a lifestyle or provide for yourself and stuff like that, it can be difficult. And then if you have children on top of it, it's even more difficult. It can be even more difficult. So all I'm saying is like, find your joy. Find what makes you smile. Find what makes you lighten up when you come into your space, in your home or whatever. What makes you happy? What makes you really feel like, like I can really decompress when I come in here? I don't want, like, people like, do you sit in here? Yes, I do. Yeah. You see them pillows? You see, that's where they go, right on the floor. Yes, I do. I got my little thing that I'm sitting on because Tom is here. But yeah, I'm over here, I'm over there. Sometimes I pull these little things over and I'm sitting there, prop my feet up and put my little drink over there. Like I'm all over my house. My house is meant to use. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something. I've been looking at the dining room. I'm like, you know what? I don't really be in the dining room like that. I love my dining room. I love everything. And that's why if I am not exactly sure of what it is that I want to do, I let it sit for a little while because I love it. But then again, I'm like, I have that dining room, that big old space, and then I have my big office with the meditation space. And I'm just like, can a dining room be something else? Do I want to keep it as a dining room? But then I'm thinking about when in the future I do host. So that's another thing. I don't want wasted space. I'm like, oh, that could literally be my office meditation room and have it set up so nice. You get what I'm saying? And then have the other room as like workout and like guest, in the future. I don't know. But guess what? It's mine, is my space, and I can change it and think about that in the future. But start trying to do the things in your home that you like. Regardless if anybody else like them, if it's not, no. Like I remember the time when the mirrored stuff, the mirrored furniture, mirrored this, mirrored that. It just, I couldn't. I remember creating a little black side table that I got. I can't remember where I got that table from. It was really low price. And I did a cracked mosaic mirror on it. I think that was the closest I got to mirrored furniture. That wasn't for me. But some people get it just because everybody likes it. And you're looking for somebody to be like, oh, that's nice. Why? Because it's trendy. Oh, she got one of them new tables with the mirror all over it. Some people, and I know the people who generally liked it, who like the mirror furniture because they still currently have it today. You know what I mean? It's not about the trends. They don't care. And hold on one second. Yeah, it's not about the trends or anything. I pay attention I love eccentric, eclectic. I'm very eccentric, very eclectic. I don't have a type of, oh, I only like modern. Oh, I don't like vintage. Oh, I only like Victorian. I don't like, I don't, I like what I like. So you might get some MCM. You might, you know what I'm saying? You might get some vintage. You might get some boho. You get what I'm saying? It's what I like because I can. If I like it, I'm utilizing it. Because if you look around, like, I don't, like I got a little bit of everything. Like I do, and I make it work so well. So I want to do y'all think I should do a live? I want to do a live, and I want the live to be furnishing your home with secondhand things. And I'll go like probably do a part 1 or part 2. And then I'll go through the house showing you the secondhand things. And if I can remember the prices, more than likely I could roundabout. I know how much I wouldn't have paid. So we're going to, so that's what I would share with y'all. Going through my home and literally showing y'all how many things that literally I got that's secondhand in this house. Okay. So that's something I really wanted to share with y'all because I wanted to be inspiration to let y'all know, like, you don't need to be, and then the furniture is crap today. Like this particle board, like fake furniture, veneer, like it is crap today. Like we are buying crap. That's one reason why I hold on to stuff. And when I find stuff on Marketplace, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be with me and I'm gonna pass it on. You know what I'm saying? One of my grandkids and my kids, somebody is gonna have it. Like when I got these chairs, and when I say God be blessing me to find the most like I say unique and also quality things. Like these are my babies. Like these bad boys. Like these are my babies. These right here, those are my babies. Those two chairs are my babies. Like when I tell you, when I got them, they didn't have no cushions. It was just a raw, big, heavy chair. This Mexican family was getting rid of them. They was like, "Oh, they're too big. We don't want them no more." Y'all, I paid $17 for both of them, and I got these in 2021. Okay, I'm just now within the last year and a half putting something in them and making them like really look like how I want. I did all that myself. I bought some queen size pillows, bedding pillows, like some really nice ones, like the ones I got on my bed that don't never like get flat, but you got to pay. See, I pay for stuff like that. They like $40 a piece, but they'll never get flat. You get what I mean? But it's worth it because this is like outside where people sitting down, right? So I got those velvet ones. I went and got me some fabric because I love animal print. And I got just a little piece. I don't even think I got a quarter of a yard. And I glued it down and made little sashes to put on the pillows to give them some, some pop, right? And then these here came in a set of 3. There's some covers and they got like a smooth feel to them. Like they look like stone if I get close to them. And those there, y'all, I got them off of Amazon and they were less than like $15. Let me cut this light on. Less than like $15. See the look of them? I don't know what this fabric is, but it's so soft. Y'all, hard, solid, okay? Solid. $17 for both of them. Okay? These covers for these queen size things were like less than, I think I want to say less than about $16. This fabric piece that's velvet, that piece of fabric was like $2 for, and I was able to do both of these chairs. You see what I'm saying? This $15. It used to be brown, dilapidated, decrepit, brown. $15. $15. $15. I just repainted it. I'm thinking about putting the legs on. I still got the legs. They're out in the garage in the box. I just never put the legs on it. But yeah, all I do is touch it up when I need to. $15. Stuff that was given to me. Remember, I went and got those for $5. Facebook Marketplace. That was on clearance years ago. I had that ever since I lived in New York. I bought that I think I bought that in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. That's really old. That's really old. I know I paid less than like $40, and that is a huge mirror. That's one of the big ones. They don't even sell them like that anymore, that big. You get what I mean? But I can just keep going on and on. I can go on. This is where I was sitting at. This is where I was sitting at. I can keep going on and on. But my home is thrifted. It is thrifted, okay? Y'all, I think I found what I want to do here. I'm taking those down. Since I put the curtains up, I'm not liking it's too much right here, but I have something that I think will be really nice. And I want it to be kind of like just up here in this area, floating kind of like it's with some wood. It's something real funky I'm gonna do. And yeah, I think it will be amazing. Y'all remember this. 30 bucks. Solid wood. 30 bucks. Like, remember I got blessed with this table with the chairs. They're in the garage. $19. Y'all see this table? Could y'all see this table? Look how solid. Let me turn y'all around. Listen, look how solid this table is. I'm excited to do it, redo it. I just don't know what I want to do. This bad boy, heavy as heck, long, $50. $50. $50. Stop playing. Don't. You can do it. You don't have to spend a lot of money. And I don't know, it's just something about the excitement of not spending a lot of money. Ooh, that does something to me. But we could go all like try to go room to room because there's stuff in here still that I didn't share with y'all and show you if you're younger, it don't even matter. It don't matter your age, but a lot of times younger people, get that auntie advice. But yeah, I can show you how I look, what I look for. And like I said, even when I'm buying something online and it seems like a great deal, I always ask, are they willing to go lower? All they can say is yes or no. That's it. And a lot of times they're like, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know, when you want to pick it up, don't be afraid. Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, Craigslist, garage sales, all of that. If you're looking for something, just wait. Every time I need something in my house, I'm not impulsive. I am not impulsive. I will wait, just like the leaky faucet. And then I found that faucet. And the price, because it's been leaking for a while. I tried to do a video on how to fix the crack and all that. Then it stopped. It came back again. It's just been really annoying me. So it's been several months. But I'm like, nope. I don't even want to replace it. I'm mad that I have to replace it. And I'm going to definitely wait until I find the right thing. Okay, so I put the shelves up on the thumbnail because I wanted to share with y'all. When I put this linen closet up, I still haven't shared the video of me cutting the wood and doing all that. Which is something that in the future y'all might get. But I sealed them the same time that I did the bathroom floor. I end up sealing them. So these are sealed. I did men wax and I sealed them. And this is an open concept. And I wanted everything to be put away. So like all our towels, all my hair products and stuff, like blow dryer and stuff in here, rollers. And then in here is like all our toothbrush stuff. And then I'm about to wash my clothes. I always separate them. So those are mine. That's why I don't know if I'm going to wash them because it ain't really a full load. I don't be getting dressed and doing that much. So right here is like my makeup and face mask and anything I need for my face there. But then under there, it's like my bath salts, toilet paper and all that. So this is an open concept linen closet. See, all my towels and stuff are in here. My towels, my head wraps, my towels, head wraps, and all that stuff. And then RIZZY'S towels and head wraps and all her stuff is in there. And I've had these towels. I bought these from Ross. Hold on one second. Hold on. I bought these towels from Ross. Me and my sister was talking about DKNY a couple of days ago. Okay, it's all out of balance. I bought these towels from Ross in 2021. It was 2020 or 2021. Still got them. These are not even towels. They're called bath skirts, bath sheets. If you ever looking for a towel and you're a plus size woman, get you some. And I got 4. So one is already on the door. One of my head wraps. I just put these new ones out today because the ones I just currently use this week are in there to be washed. So I always put a new head thing, a new towel, and then I always replace this because I do not buy paper towel. My little baby is struggling. I don't know if the water is doing something to it. It's struggling. Yeah. But anyways, these are where all my towels are in here and my wash rags. So, and you can't see them. So it's not all open and looking all unorganized. But guess what? All of these baskets come from Hobby Lobby. And so when Hobby Lobby has they 50% off on baskets and stuff, all of these baskets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of these baskets, let me see. I remember, y'all still got the whole tag on them. I swear to you. I still got the whole tag on it. When did I get these? Oh gosh. So it's been a year since I bought these baskets. And yeah, I did this almost a year ago and I didn't share it, but yeah. So it's been a year. And it says my name. And I did a rain check because the ones I wanted, remember, stop acting. Rain checks still exist. A lot of places still honor rain checks. If you're new or you're younger and you don't know, and it don't matter your age, I always try to appeal to the ones that are coming up so you can get them to grasp things and be able to pass it on to their children and stuff like that. But sometimes it's still people your age and younger, and older that needs this also. When you go into a store and they have a sale and it's a big sale, you always go and say, can I please get a rain check if they're out? If they don't have what you're looking for, get a rain check. This is an actual rain check from Hobby Lobby. I don't even know why. Y'all just put it up there. Yes, 1/13/25, 2 days before my birthday last year. Ain't this crazy? And I'm sharing this right now. Like I literally, I had it for a medium and a large. They had the small, but they didn't have this and that. And so I needed two of each. And so, and they'll, hold on. Or did I need one? Oh yeah, one of each, a medium and a large. And so yeah, they actually held it for me, and I went back and got it. They call your phone. They say, hey, your items are in. So I love how Hobby Lobby do it. Your items are in. Y'all, for all of these baskets, and they're nice. They got metal frame. See that? You could kind of see the metal flux, like black metal. For all of these baskets, y'all, I paid less than like $37 for all of these baskets. And they are nice and they're big. I don't know if y'all can tell. You see how many towels? These are big towels. These are not your average towel. These are huge. Like, they're called bath skirts. These are very huge. Basically almost like the size of a beach towel. You get what I mean? So imagine I got 4 of those. I got the extra towels for drying your hands. I got my wash rags. I got my head things in there. And what else? I think that's it. So these are very big baskets. These are some nice size baskets. So, and they come in different colors. So if you're interested in that, I wanted this. This used to be all the way up, and it had like these little sliding bifold door things, and it just seems like it was just like the bathroom was really tight, and I didn't like that. I wanted to open it up and give me more space. So I got my scale here, and I got, these baskets with the tissue and all that stuff here, and I opened up the bathroom. So I thought this was amazing, and then I was able to put my hamper that I got for sale. I had to fix it. Y'all remember when I was fixing this on live? I ended up getting this for like $17 at Ross some years ago, because one of the legs was bent. So it was all, see that too. When you see stuff, take it up to the front. All I can say is no. It was originally like $24.99 or something like that, but I got it for like 17 because it was bent. She was like, yeah, we can do it. You just can't return it. That's fine, ma'am. I ain't trying to return it. So, and it has been doing well for me. So did her clothes stop? It has been doing very well for me. They did. So they are so cute, aren't they, sis? They come with I think they had navy blue. This tripod is all set off. Navy blue. Did I start the dryer? It just seemed like it shouldn't be dry already. No, I feel like it needs to go again. I'm gonna just do a manual. Navy blue, cream, taupe, black, white. No, navy blue, taupe, black, white. I don't think they got cream. So that's what it comes with, and very affordable. Very affordable. Wait till that 50% off and go and get you some. They can go under your bed. You could put linen in them. Like, they're very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. I don't know what is going on. Okay, what's something else? I be having a list of things I want to talk to y'all. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. It felt so good to get rid of this holiday stuff. Oh my gosh, it felt so good. I felt like it was kind of sad because I like seeing it and I missed it. So now it's like the tree is not lit up when I come in here. But it definitely needed to be done. Needed to be done. I showed y'all the faucet and we talked about that. Like, literally, yeah. This ain't just all, like, these are things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so I think I said it, like, once you get to a certain point, it's just like, hey, I don't care. I don't care. When you have that mindset of not caring about what people feel and think about you, I promise you'll have so much more peace in your life. I don't feel like I need to, what's the word? Confirm or deny or express or explain anything to anyone if I know that I'm always trying to remind myself to walk in integrity. Do things with integrity. The way you talk, or you have conversations on the phone with people, or you know, some people will be one way with some person, and then they get on the phone with somebody else and they're talking different, or either talking about or talking bad or whatever. Like all of that stuff, it comes back to haunt you. Trust me. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you could be in one person's face and you're lollygagging, acting like things is okay, and you're, you know, but then you get off the phone and you talk about them, or you really feel some type of way or whatever. Listen, all of that stuff comes to the light. Learn to be who you are. If you are not out here doing stuff that harms people, doing stuff that's intentionally manipulative, or things that are vindictive or hurtful to others, long as you know that, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Because when I tell you, God is watching everything. And even in that time when you feel sad because you feel like you got to confirm, deny, or validate because people are bad mouthing you or saying things about you, or making you feel like you're not doing what they expect of you, right? God got you. God got you. That's why you have to have a I don't care. Okay, let me give you an example. So say you you like in middle school, right? And you got a big sister. You in 6th grade, your big sister in 8th grade, right? Like, it ain't too much that people can do and say, because you're like, I'm going to get I got a big sister. She don't play. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how you got to think about God. Like, you can do what you want to think you're going to bully me, or think you're going to badmouth me, or make me look bad to other people, and I'm talking in general, because I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about how, like, at work, it's like people be in your face and they laugh and they smiling, but then come to find out in meetings, or when they're not around, they're talking bad about them or whatever, because of the style of teaching, or the style of the way they do stuff. It's like it's really getting like things are working and the children are liking it, but then you got envious, other jealous teachers, or teachers is not feeling it, but that's because they don't understand it. They don't understand how you have that connection, how these kids love you, how these kids want to learn, and are grasping what you're teaching them, right? And so she started to feel some type of way. I said, no. If you are doing what you're doing from the heart, and this is a passion for you, don't worry about what they're doing or saying behind your back, because it's all going to come to the light. Continue doing great. Continue doing what you're supposed to be doing, because at the end of the day, those who talk about you or have something to say about you, even when you're not around, like I'm not even around, I don't even deal with y'all, and you still keep putting my name in your mouth, or you're thinking about me, wondering what's going on in my life. Remember, even with, like I said, I'm only showing you a little teeny bit. It don't even matter if I got on here every day for an hour. You're only getting a little teeny bit of my life. You have no clue what's going on in my life. You really don't. You're just getting what you think you're getting, right? And it's the same with you being, and I was telling her, you being a teacher, they don't know you. They don't know you personally. They don't know how you are at home, and how you are with your husband, and how you are with your children, and how you've been since you grew up, and why you have this passion, and how you have this connection. You ain't got to validate, prove, or, explain yourself to anybody. Continue doing what you're doing. Because guess what? When they say the fruits of the spirit, well, guess what? It will show. How you living, how you looking, how you're acting, the consistency of it. See, consistency means more than anything to me, because you could say whatever, but I'm watching. How consistent are you with your actions lining up with your words? Okay. Talk is cheap. It don't do nothing for you. And a lot of times it give you checks you can't cash. They be bouncing. So with that, you have to have an I don't care attitude. And I'm in there. And I used to say, like, when the women, I'm talking about, they be in their 50s and 60s, I'm like, oh, they just said no, or they just said what? Yep. No. Nope, you can't. Nope, I don't have extra room for nobody to come stay with me. Nope, I can't. Nope, I can't. No, I won't. Nope. Sorry. No, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, people feel entitled to you. People feel entitled to what you have. People feel entitled to what you exude. And they just want to benefit from it, but they don't want to learn a lesson in order to incorporate that to become a part of them and their characteristics. They just want to benefit. And some people just watch you just to be nosy. Some people just be in your face just to get close, to figure out what you got going on. And I say to you, listen, Be very wise with who you let around you. I don't like my home. Yeah, my home is like, when I tell you I done stopped a million times trying to do a housewarming because it just didn't set well in my soul. Like it didn't. And then the crazy part is I wasn't going to invite too many people. I still, even with those that I thought I want, I don't want. Yeah, this space to me, like even if somebody come in here to do something for me, I'm saging and praying, like, because at the end of the day, yeah, this place is so peaceful. And anybody that walk through there, they be like, man, it's so peaceful in here. Like, it's just, I just want to sit down and just relax and decompress. I said, that's how it's meant. That's me in my home. You get what I'm saying? That's me in my home. I don't know nothing about that. I didn't grow up with that, but I knew that it felt good when I would go to church members' homes that were older. I always used to be around older church members. Like I remember one church member, Miss Robinson, and then it was a lady named Dorothy Felder. They were always older than me, and they were like godmoms to me. And Richardson, not Robertson, Richardson. And she taught me how to sew. She taught me how to tie a knot with one finger. It's like I remember these things that these ladies told me because they was like real true homemakers, and they were modest women that carried themselves a certain way, and they were great wives. And well, Miss Felder wasn't, she was single. They were great. Miss Richardson was a great wife, and her husband adored her. And it's just like I remembered these things, and they resonated with me even as a child. Like, I like her. I like being around her. The love that she gave me when she hugged me and kissed me. She always kissed me on my forehead. When Miss Felder used to come get me and take me out to do things, like a mom and a daughter, like stuff like that. Like, I remember these women who came and impacted me, and I remember those things. And so I want to be that. I speak like that. I give that because I know what it's like to have somebody impact your life to make you look like, I like this peaceful place. When I used to come to their house after church on Sundays, and they used to make dinner, the way she set the table and the way that her home, everything was in order. And it just made me feel so comfortable. It made me feel at home. And I always kept that in my heart. And I'm like, I want that. I want that. And that's how I was as a married woman myself. I kept my home up. I kept it organized. I was a real homemaker. And I was showing y'all how, I think it's on here, how I had looked back from like 12 years ago when I've always been wearing aprons. This is not a trend to me. I've always been wearing aprons. And if you go back in my videos, you can see all of these things. I'm not just running my mouth. That was over 12 years ago. Oh, how old was I? 30, in my early 30s. And even before that, I was wearing them. When YouTube didn't even exist, I was wearing them. That's something I seen her do when she got in the kitchen. She would put an apron on. When she went to clean, she would put an apron on. Like I met these type of women. I was around these type of women. And even my uncle wife, when I used to go with them after church, the one who was the preacher, like I seen a lot of love between married couples. I've seen the way women can be modest and respectful and just things. And it was difficult when you don't have that, but you see it. So you're still torn with trying to understand what this is, growing up. But as I've gotten older and I've gotten wiser, I started to resonate and grasp onto those things and realize, like, those are the things, that's the beautiful part of life. Those are the beautiful parts of life. And that's what I want. I want more of that. I want more of those beautiful parts of life. And I began to create my space in my home to be those things. These people didn't have no real big fancy homes, but they were so comfy and so cozy, and they liked it secondhand stuff. I remember they used to go to yard sales and all that. So this stuff was in my blood since I was a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Seeing this from people. And yeah, man, it's just always somebody. It takes somebody to come in your life to change your thoughts and your frame of mind. And then I remember Miss Crenshaw. Miss Crenshaw I met her in second grade. Still to this day, she only had one daughter, and her daughter's birthday is after mine. I remember she took me in as a goddaughter. It was a lot of women in different schools and stuff that I came in that understand and see my potential, because I was a very smart kid in school. And so they would grasp to me like, I'm not going to let her go. Like I hate the No Child Left Behind thing, but sort of kind of like they would grasp it to me. And I remember her helping me get into the Big Sisters program. And I got that. But then they also had a program in upstate New York where the Syracuse University had like deltas, zetas, AKAs and all that, that did mentoring for children like myself growing up. And it was a one girl, her name was Charisma. And I thought this girl was the most beautiful girl in the world. She was going to be an attorney in the Kinga. These women wore their natural hair. They embraced natural, and they were so gorgeous. I'm talking about their skin, their teeth, the way they talked, the way they presented themselves was modest and ladies. And it was just so beautiful to get and be in a room with them. And we would just do all these different like activities. They would take us places and do things with us and teach us stuff early. And this was in later in middle school and into going into high school. And I remember Charisma was she was just so gorgeous to me. And that always stuck with me. I said, well, all my daughter's names are A's. I'm going to name my daughter, my baby girl, Arizma. So that's what, oh my gosh. Like, why don't they have a lot of that today for these kids? Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm just sitting back looking at all these women that weren't my blood. And even, my auntie is on here. My aunt Angie, I used to go to her house a lot. She's on here, if she's still here. I remember when I first got pregnant, I was so scared. And it was just a lot going on. Me trying to be grown, having this boyfriend, and he was all wild in the streets and stuff. But I would go to Aunt Angie's house all the time. I live like in the valley, and I would like walk to her house. I forgot what street that was she lived on, but I would go to her house all the time. I don't know if she remembered this, but Aunt Angie, I remember she would have her dinner set out for what she cooking for that night. Her house stayed clean. The kids had chores, and at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, Aunt Angie's so strict with the kids. I used to say that, but I kind of understand why she was the way she was. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes as a mom, you fear your kids falling in the trap of what you've seen growing up, and you don't want that, right? But me learning different things from different people, I would say like my Aunt Angie she was the first person I remember buying a home growing up in the family, outside of grandma and them getting that house. But I don't remember nobody else buying a home. She was married, got married, bought a home. And I don't know, Aunt Angie just always was different to me. She was always different to me. Like she to me, she set boundaries. She only did what she wanted to do. She didn't care what you thought about what she did, and she moved accordingly and raised and did her kids and her family the way she felt was best. And that was something to me, that's leadership. That's somebody who's not following the crowd. I'm not doing what everybody doing. And that's something that always, and if you listen to me, Aunt Angie, and you hearing this, but just, I don't know if I ever shared this with you. But it was something about her that was different to me. And it kind of made me think about myself, because as I grew up, I was always on my own sheet of music. I didn't want to be with the crowd. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. And I just did things differently, and people didn't understand it. But now today, a lot of them do, you know what I mean? And so having men and women that can impact your life in a way that, you remember when I say to you, sometimes you say, oh, if a person knows better, they should do better. Well, a lot of times we don't know better. It is up to us, generations that are older. It is up to us here doing my dishes. Okay. It is up to us to be the martyrs for the children that are coming, our children, our grandchildren, or whatever that are coming, or just people in general. You never know how you can impact somebody. That is why you should always have integrity. You should always move in a way that is not manipulative or vindictive, and it's always going to be edifying or going to be a blessing to somebody. You could just say that one thing that can change somebody's life. I'm telling you, so many times that in my life, God has placed somebody that said something or did something that make me just look at life totally different from everybody around me. I was telling my baby girl, I said, I never smoked weed in my life. Everybody around me smoked weed. Grandparents, parents, older brothers, all that. Like everybody. I've never done it in my life. I've never even tried it. I could call my sister right now. She'd be like, yeah, she's a pure, they used to call me a prude. And even when I had my first apartments and stuff, and my cousins and stuff will come over, they'll be smoking. I would let them, because I ain't know no better. I'm like, my cousins, they ain't bother me, whatever. And they would try to pass it to me being funny. I would never. I've never, ever, ever partaked in marijuana. Ever. And I was always like, y'all buying this stuff that y'all going to smoke and it's just going to disintegrate and then that's it. I'd rather go buy me a shirt or a belt, or you know what I mean? I was that. I want to see where my money is going. Like, I felt like it was a waste of money. So anywho, but that just goes to show, even the impactful people around me, I get what I need, right, from these people. But just because they're doing something doesn't mean I need to do it. I need to get, what do they say? Take what you need and discard the rest. Yeah, just because they're doing something doesn't mean I need to do it. Love my grandmother, love my mom, love my family, love my aunts and all the people. I love them, but they choose to do it. That's not, I don't think it's bad. That's just what they chose to do. I just never did it. So everybody is different. Just because you come from a family like that is not no excuse that you should be that way. Or, people make excuses for stuff. And that's, I think I talked about that a while back, some weeks back, about this book. Like, where you come from is not a guarantee of, it's a confirmation that you have to be this way because you was born with these parents or this type of upbringing or whatever. It's up to you. Once God give you free will to start choosing and understanding who you are, it is up to you to create what you need in your life to be a better person. You can't keep blaming mama, daddy, grandma, auntie, uncles because of this, because of that. Go somewhere and sit down. Because at the end of the day, like, I may not agree with how I was raised, but I know that God picked my parents. And if he did not pick, I remember, I think I told you this. I had a guy ask me, if you could change anything about your life, what would it be? I said, nothing. He said, if you could go back and change anything about your past, what would it be? I said, nothing. And he's like, wow. I said, because think about it. I know currently who I am, where I'm at, how I got here, right? What if that one thing that I'm being selfish about and I tried to change it changes everything? Now I'm a streetwalker that got a couple kids all over the place that's probably with CPS, and I'm addicted to some form of drug. What if that one thing I don't like, I'm like, oh, I would change my dad. I would change my mom. I would have a mom that's like this, or a dad that's like this, or I would have grandparents like this. What if I did that? Who would I be today? Where would I be today? Would I've had experienced the things that I needed to experience? Those things that I went through built who I am today, regardless of if you don't like a situation or who God has placed you to be with as blood, blood relatives, because I feel like family and relatives are two different things. You can't control that. He picked them for a reason. I love my family, but that don't mean I have to deal with them. I love my relatives. That don't mean I have to deal with them. And, you can love your relatives. That don't mean you have to deal with people, especially when people don't know boundaries. People don't have boundaries set, and people are just all over the place. Sometimes you have to set back. You get what I mean? Maybe you'll be an example for people to get right and change or whatever. But at the end of the day, where you come from is no excuse for you not to be something today, or take control of your life today, no matter how old you are, who you are. Hey, hello, Regina Edward. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. I know my fish sticks. I know my French toast sticks are cold with my bacon. Let's go. And so I think we touched on all of that. Yeah, we touched on that. Yeah, we touched on that. I don't want to talk about that right now. Yeah, I did touch on that. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 things I didn't. Yeah, I did touch on that. Okay, I touched on that. See, I'm trying to make sure, because when I get on here, it'd be so much I want to share, but then God take me somewhere else. I touched on things throughout the conversation, but not the way I thought I was going to touch on them. But anywho, so love you guys. Let me go. I need to eat my breakfast and get my little cover and cozy up on this couch. Wait for her clothes to fully dry, fold them up for her, and find me something to continue watching. Oh, I'm watching the thing about the people feeling like they can't retire or feeling like they don't have enough money to retire currently. So yeah, watching that right now. Yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. So all right, y'all. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. And if you're new to the channel, check out other lives, check out other videos. And is it 12 o'clock yet? I think, yeah, one of my, I had to redo my short. Y'all, I forgot to put a description, tag it and all that. So that short flopped. So I had to redo it. So if you ever see that, that's because it flopped or I forgot to edit it before I put it up. So yeah, definitely check out the short that I posted today. And I will see you guys in another video. At work, sis. Okay, that's my sister saying she at work. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Okay. All right. All right. At church. Okay. All right. Love you guys.